Very good morning to one and all. Dear listeners, I am Dr. S. Mohammad Ilyas, working as Assistant Professor in Computer Science from Jamal Mama College, Autonomous, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, India. So in this video, we are going to discuss the basics of .NET technology. So the overview of our presentation is number one, evolution of the .NET framework. Number two, overview of the .NET framework. Number three, features of VB.NET language. Number four, IDE Main Window. Number five, operators supported by VB.NET. So first topic, we are going to discuss the evolution of the .NET framework. So .NET is a framework that was came into the existence during the year 2002. Before that, we have Visual Basic 6.0, and after that, the Microsoft company introduced the .NET framework during the year 2002. In the initial release, it is the initial release of the .NET framework version. So it is basically supported the object-oriented concept. It supports for the web development. The next version came into the existence during the year 2005. So in this version, the new CLR 2.0 was discovered, and it has the enhancement of the ASP.NET and also the ADO.NET. And again, it was been revised during the year 2010. In this version, new CLR 4.0 was introduced, and various important features like task parallel library, dynamic language runtime was introduced in this version. Again, the .NET framework has been revised during the year 2015. So in this version, it comprises of the new 64-bit just-in-time compiler, assembly loader improvement, and enhancement to the garbage collector. And the latest revision came into the existence during the year 2019. So in this version, just-in-time compiler improvement has been carried out, and malware scanning for assemblies and accessibility enhancement were carried out. So these are all the various evolutions of the .NET framework right from the year 2002 up to 2019. Then we move on to the concept of overview of the .NET framework. In this topic, we are going to discuss about the Common Language Runtime, CLR. What is CLR? And the second one, we are going to discuss about the .NET Framework Class Library. Then third concept we are going to discuss here is structure of the .NET Framework. So number one, Common Language Runtime, CLR. What is CLR? So CLR provides a runtime environment that manages the execution of code and provides services that improves development, deployment, and runtime. So it is the basic of the .NET framework. Okay. It's the code that targets the CLR is called the managed code. And the various functions of CLR in .NET framework, it provides a runtime environment, and its basic functions are garbage collection, security, improve the performance, and the exception handling. So Common Language Runtime, it is very basics in .NET framework, which provides the runtime environment for running the various execution of the code, like VB code, ASP code, C# code, ADO code, like that. We can run the various code. It converts into that code into the managed code. So this is about the common language runtime. Next, we move on to .NET Framework Class Library. So the framework base class library provides the various features like user interface, data access, database connectivity, cryptography, web application development, numeric algorithms, and network communications. This class library is used by the programmers to combine it with their own code to produce their applications. This .NET Framework class library has the architecture of like this. So the base class library will be accessible here, BCL. So it resides in the bottom of the tier. The middle tier lies like ADO.NET, Link, and XML. So it is called a data tier and also the middle tier. The topmost tier were supported by Windows Common Forms WCF and Windows Form communication and the workflow tier. Windows workflow tier, Windows communication form and Windows workflow tier resides on the top of the architecture of .NET Framework class library. Here, the topmost have the various languages that supports by the base class library. ASP.NET, it can be used for the web forms and a model view controller, asynchronous Java, Ajax, and mobile internet toolkit. And also it supports the Windows Forms and the WPF and the Silverlight. So this is about the .NET Framework class library. The next we move on to the concept of structure of the .NET Framework. So it is the main thing the .NET supports, that basic architecture or basic structure of the .NET. So the common language runtime resides in bottom. Here we have seen the common language runtime that resides in the bottom. Then in top they have base class library, like we already see in the previous window. Then again the topmost have the ADO.NET. ADO.NET, ActiveX Data Object.NET. It supports the database concept, data and extensible markup language, XML. Then here again the topmost have the ASP.NET, like web services and web forms. Web services and web forms. So web services, model view controller we can using, and also the web forms that we can use in the website. Windows Forms, we can run a VB.NET code in Windows Forms, like various applications we can develop and we can run through the Windows Forms. And again, the topmost resides the Common Language Specification, CLS. It is called a CLS. So what is CLS? CLS means it supports the nearly 70 plus languages it supports. So it converts the languages into the common language specification and they send into the base class library. The various famous languages supported by the .NET Framework, VB Visual Basic, C++, C#, JavaScript, Java hash, like that. Here nearly it supports about 70 plus languages in the framework. So this is called the structure of the .NET Framework. So next we move on to the next topic, IDE Main Window. What is IDE Main Window? IDE means Integrated Development Environment. So it is the main window that communicate all the various development environment into a single place. So here I can show the picture of the IDE main window. So here we see the main picture of the integrated development environment main window. So here I pointed out the various components that are combined here. So number one, menu bar. What is number one? Menu bar. So menu bar, we have the various menus like file, edit, view, project, build, debug, data, format, tools, window, and help. Number 2, we have the standard toolbar, that shortcut for the menu bar. Shortcut for the menu bar, we have the standard toolbar, like opening the file, closing the file, saving the file. Like that, we have start a debug. Like that, we have the various standard toolbar. Third one, we have the toolbox. So the toolbox, we have the huge number of toolbox that is categorized as A to Z. So here we have seen the Windows Forms common control, like checkbox, checkbox button, combo box, label box, list box, like that. We can double click on this toolbox that will be pasted in the fourth one called Form Designer. So Form Designer is an area where we can design our forms, and when we double click on the Form Designer, it will go to the code window where we can write our code. So number 4 is a main one. So Form Designer, it is useful for the designing our form. And number 5, we have a output window. Whenever we run the applications in .NET framework or in console application or a Windows application, if any error occurs, it will be displayed here. So this area is called as an output window. And number 6, we have the Solution Explorer window. So in previous Visual Basic, we have as Project Explorer window. Here they have changed as a Solution Explorer. Each and every VB.NET project you can save it as a solution. So in this, we have a various things that comes under in this Solution Explorer window. So here we click on that My Project and we see in the forms.vb. So this is the name of the forms designer that we saved here. And number 7, we have important one, properties window. Number 7, properties window. So what is the properties window? It is the one which have the various properties of the object or toolbox which we placed in the forms designer. Then we can change the default properties. We can change the default properties of the various toolbox that we placed in the forms designer. So this place is called as an IDE Integrated Development Environment. So it integrates the nearly 7 component that can be integrated into a single window. So that is called as an IDE main window. So this is the main next topic we have seen. Next, we move on to the concept of operators supported by our .NET framework. What is operator? An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical manipulations. So, which gives the symbol that gives we can move on like a binary operator, unary operator, ternary operator we have. So it is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical manipulations. So VB.NET is rich in built-in operators and provides the following types of commonly used operator. So number 1, arithmetic operator, we have the arithmetic operator. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponentiation. Second one, we have the comparison operators. So equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. Third one, logical operator that have AND operator, OR operator, NOT operator, and XOR. Fourth one, we have the assignment operator, equal to, addition equal to, subtraction equal to, multiplication equal to, and division equal to. So that's all, my dear listeners. So in this module, so far we have discussed the basics of .NET technology. Thank you very much, listeners.